Alright, so let's finish drawing all the pieces. So we still have yet to do the tail pieces. Okay, the flat one in there, and then the ones on the edge. I'm going to use another one of those 1.8 millimeter square supports. And then of course here I need to draw these pieces as well. Okay, the front and the back. Which are the same, so I just need to make one of them. So let's do that. And again, from that handy diagram, okay, I am essentially going to need two of these, okay, this 160 by 4 millimeter piece. And I'm going to need the flat piece and then two of these, okay. So let's do this one first. This one's super easy. It's 100, and, I'll make it 150 by 4. All right, so that'll take a second. So I'm going to come over here. Oops, I'm going to get rid. I'm actually going to delete that extrusion. All right, let's go back to our sketch. And, oh, dang it, you know what? I did this actually. I'm sorry, it was easy. I forgot to delete it after I kind of did a dry run. So there's my 150 by 4, which was nothing more than taking this guy and dragging it out to 150 by 4. All right, so that's easy. Let's look at the next one. We need to make a piece something like this. And we need one of them. And it looks like this one was about 11. I don't know. If this is 100, if this is 160, this guy must be about, I'll say 70 millimeters long. You can choose your own. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do what I did with this other one. I think I'm going to start by just creating myself a square to work in, right? So I said it's going to be, let's say 70 millimeters by 10 roughly. Okay, so I need it to fit inside of this. And just like on the wing, okay, these pieces fit inside these notches, and those notches are going to be here, like there and there. All right, and to do that, we need to put our rectangle. Okay, let's say this is the back. So my rectangle is going to be 3.3 by 4. So we're going to make that 4 and 3.3. Okay, so that'll be the back end where that notch, that stick, the stick fits in. And the same thing here. I'm going to put it right up on the front this time. And we're going to make it 4 by 3.3. Okay. And I got an error, but that's okay. I'm ultimately going to delete these, so I'm going to highlight these and make it go away. All right. So let's make that contour kind of like this. So I'm going to use the spline tool again, right here. I'm going to pull it up. Actually, I'm going to start not quite in the corner. I'm going to start about here, and I'm going to work it up. I don't know, something like that. We'll make it go pretty far. I'm going to zoom out. And then we need to bring it down. Okay. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just cut away this stuff, get it out of the way, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's zoom in, get rid of this, get rid of that, and get rid of that. And let's get rid of that, that. I have to do that one twice, and I'll have to do this one twice. All right. So now we've got a nice contour. I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe I'll flatten this out a little bit. Something like that. That looks pretty good. And just like I did here, I'm going to put one of these indents in it, this 1.8 by 1.8. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw it right here. I'm going to make it 1.8 by 1.8. And now I'm going to take this guy. Actually, we're going to use a couple of these, and I'll show you why. I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste it. I'm going to zoom on in here. And just like I did before, I kind of want to get this to fit. I kind of want it about in the middle. So I'm going to move it over here a little bit. And just like I've done, I'm going to take this and I'm going to line it up and then slide it down just a bit more. Okay, I'm happy with that. Sign off on it. And then once again, we'll trim it. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of that. We need to get rid of these two little nubs right there and right there. All right. Now we have to make the hollowed out version of it. Okay. So I'm going to copy it. Control C, Control V. Let's put it in kind of the general area here. We'll line it up a little bit like that. Click it, say that's okay. And I'm going to hollow it out just like I did here. So I'm going to take the spline tool and I'm going to start it about there. And this is where, you know, this is up to you guys. You can do kind of what you want with it. I'm going to bring that down a little bit so it stays nice and strong. I don't have a particular plan here. I'm just trying to make it kind of look good. I think it looks great. And I'm going to cut that out. Awesome. Okay, so we're done with those pieces. Now we have to remember that these holes here, these holes hold long rods. Okay, so if we look at the glider, for example, the wing has a really long rod. It's a full 40 millimeters, the entire, 40 centimeters, 400 millimeters, the entire length of the wing. And then this one has one that is the length of the tail, which in my case is 150 millimeters. So we need to actually make these rods so we can use them in our assembly. So that's going to be easy to do. I'm going to actually draw them head on, actually. So I'm going to take, oh, I didn't want to do that. I'm going to take and select this, and I'm going to make another copy of it. I'm going to set it right there. And then what I need is I need one of these. So I'm going to say I'm done with drawing. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. We got those. We'll come back to this. I got those two. The only other piece that I realize I don't have drawn is the actual body. Okay. So if we look at this, we need a 6 by 400 piece. Okay, so this is 6 wide and it's 400 long. So let's finish that last piece so we have everything we need to actually build our glider. So once again, I'm going to go to my rectangle and I think I'll put it, right here. And I'm looking for something that is 400 by 6. And I've got, because I have it, one of the things I don't like about Onshape is I had it too close and it made a reference, so now I need to delete these things because it's trying to connect these two objects and I don't want them connected. Okay, so now I've got my 2 sticks. Alright, so let's deal with these guys first. These guys, if you recall, are going to be 40 centimeters and 15 centimeters, 400 millimeters and 150 millimeters. So I'm going to sign off on my drawing. It's time to start extruding. So let's do these guys first. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to extrude it 400 millimeters. And of course everything else fades away. That's fine. You can see there's my 400 millimeter stick. Okay? So I'm going to put that back on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to suppress this because I need to see everything. So now let's make this one 150 millimeters. Okay? And I'll unsuppress that. And now you can see that I have 2 sticks, one for my tail and one for my wing. Okay? So we're getting there. Now let's go ahead and bring back everything. So I'm going to suppress that, and I'm going to suppress that. All of these are going to be 3.3 millimeters, right? Because they're just going to be the regular balsa wood. So I'm going to select all of these. and I'm going to extrude those 3.3. And then say OK. And now I'm going to unsuppress this and unsuppress this. OK, excellent. So now you can see, if I look at this isometrically, that I have one of each of every piece that I need to actually assemble the glider. So I am going to pause this video right now because we have all the pieces. And on the next video, we're actually going to go ahead and do an assembly and put together the actual glider. Okay. So I will see you again shortly.